welcome to your mat. My name is Tess, if we haven't met before. I'm a yoga teacher in Australia, and I love to teach apnea sequencing. I teach it because I'm a freediver, but honestly, it is so applicable if you are a surfer, an underwater rugby player, a swimmer, generally anybody who spends time in the water. Because we're all going to be using similar muscles, and we could all benefit from inviting the accessory breathing muscles, the diaphragm, and a little bit of CO2 tolerance to the practice. Now, if you were at the apnea workshop over the weekend that I got to host with Emerja and Kate, thank you so much for being there. It was absolutely fantastic to see this practice land on a whole room of humans, and it makes me so excited to continue sharing this practice both online and in person. So there are a couple of in-person opportunities coming up. I'm going to be on the Narooma trip with Emerja in the middle of November. I think it's the 14th, 15th, 16th. So I'll be bringing some apnea yoga and meditation to that, which I'm very much looking forward to. And then in December, I'm going with Ucchino to be in the Kilsby sinkhole, which has been one of my absolute freedive dreams ever since I started to go to this place. And the fact that I get to teach apnea yoga, meditation, and be there, just incredibly exciting. So Narooma is sold out. There are still spaces available for Kilsby. So if you're on the fence, or if you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, I've always wanted to go to that, do it, book it. It's gonna be great. So those are the only two on the books. I'm cooking up some stuff too, and I will share more about those as I have things more concrete. Let's get into the practice. This is a 15-minute lunchtime yoga session. So the hope is to make this super accessible, something that you can do on your tea break or your lunch break, so that you're getting some type of movement into your day. So let's get started on our feet. Get out any wiggles. Step left, right, until the feet settling, big toe mounds to touch, shoulders roll back, hips, pelvis neutral. Like if you had a bowl of water sitting in your hip bones, it would be completely level, completely flat. Shoulders relax. Jaw is loose. You're finding a standing stance that is somewhere between effort and ease. You are so welcome to shift the gaze inward to close down the eyelids and give a gentle scan of the body. Where's the tension? Or do we need to add some tension, maybe in your core, to keep yourself in this super straight line from the heels of your feet up through pelvis, spine, neck, crown of skull. And start to roll into the wrists and pedal into the knees. Then interlace hands behind back, thread the heart through, maybe back bend. And tuck both wrists into right side, let right ear come down, stretching out through the neck. Nod the head, yes, no. Release the grip, we're switching to the other side. Keep the tucked hands into left side, like the notch right above your hip and right below your reach. Grip tightly into the clasp of your fingers. Can you feel yourself stretch out through the in-betweens of your fingers? Nod the head, yes. No, you can stop in any particular spot where you feel a little bit more tension. And then come back center. Shake it out. Hands reach tall, cactus out the arms. Hands to prayer. And down to your center. Shift the hips back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Stay exactly as you are, or I invite you to twist. Hook left elbow on the outside of right knee, engage through the core, press into the hip. Can you really turn on left shoulder here to be strong? And can you be so stealthy that the strength of your core and your shoulder can actually cover the elbow off? Feet planted into right foot, step back long with the left. Twisted lunge. Left foot center, arm extend out. Pavrita. And twist reverse. Shift out 45 degrees and back left heel. Triangle pose. Kickstand the hips out as you reach right arm forward, equal in opposite direction. And when you reach the depth, right arm can come down. Balance either onto a block, onto the ground, or press against shin. Left arm reaches high, fingers to the space above. Squeeze tightly into the finger pads. And then sweep left arm up and over. Can you keep yourself squished between imaginary panes of glass? Feel the length come down the outside of left hip. Rebend into right knee. Hands frame out the foot. Step it back. Option for vinyasa. Ripple forward. Chaturanga. Arms tuck in. Flip over the toes. Press into the ground. Upper legs stay elevated. Ripple back. Adho Mukha. Hips lift high. Downward facing dog. Hands and feet walk towards each other so that you meet yourself in a forward fold, middle of the mat. Deep breath in and exhale. Keep the lungs on empty as you press these shins, suction out through diaphragm. Ripple up high. Let it back in. Remembering what I've done so that we can do it again on the second side. Hip shift back. Utkatasana. Hands reach forward. Strength in the pose. Remove any type of flexion through the lower spine. Hands come to prayer. And if you're going for the twist, hook right elbow on the outside of right knee. And work on, firstly, on that reciprocal relationship of the press of the knee into the elbow, how they're both strengthening, but also supporting each other. And as you twist into the pose, really engage through the core and strengthen through right shoulder, and maybe you can lift up off the knees just an inch. Round into left foot as you step back through the right. Pavrita Utta. I don't know why I'm messing up on my Sanskrit today, but we're in a twisted lunge. Pavrita Uttita Parsvakonasana. That's the one. Extend arms both out long. Revolved warrior 2. Left fingers meet the back of leg. Reverse. Right heel plants for 45 degrees in the back foot. Really kick out through the hip as we move towards Trikonasana, triangle pose. And you've got kind of an opening of the pelvis here so that you can keep yourself in a really flat plane. That's going to bring more compression into the front left hip as well as more length into the outer right. So fingertips reach down toward the block, towards the ground. Gentle press into the leg. And you can reach right fingers high. challenge yourself by shifting the gaze. And a full cycle of breath here before reach the arm up and overhead. Breathe in into left leg. Hand back. Flow through or straight to downward dog. Chaturanga down. Urdhva Mukha. Ripple the hips high. Downward facing dog. Really grip the ground with your hands. Equally press through all four corners of the palm and scrunch through the fingertips. Connect all 10 finger pads. That's how you get your grip. And once it feels solid, start to inch up the feet. Walk towards the wrists without bending the knees. And you give them each a little tap. And gentle bend into the knees. Forward fold. Keep a bend in the right leg. Plant right fingertips. Straighten through left leg. Reach right arm up. And then swap. Bend left knee. Plant left fingers. And lengthen through right side. And come back center. One tidal breath. And let the compression of belly onto legs empty out your lungs completely. You know what's coming. Press to the shins. Suction diaphragm on the bottom hold. Uddiyana Bandha. And let the breath in ripple back tall. Last move here to stretch out through the shoulders. Bend into left elbow, catch the elbow with right palm, and side body stretch. You can shift the gaze, twist the neck so you're looking out the side of left armpit so that you're not putting too much compression into the C-spine. Use the strength in your core to keep yourself stable. Your glutes, your quads, grounding through the roots of your feet. And come back center. Swap it out, bend right arm, touch with left hand, shift the gaze, other side. Like you're keeping your pelvis completely central, and you let upper spine wave deeper into the side body stretch. Shoulders stretch. One more breath. And back center. And one more breath hold drill. I was a little bit of a liar. Tree in the wind. So like crescent moon, reach with right hands open to the side. Deep breath in. And hold as you sway through center. As you're holding the sun over to the left. And keep swaying until the first urge to breathe. And let the breath in. Take 2 tidal breaths. And link them up to the movement if you can. And get ready to do this on the exhale. So gently roll the air out of your lungs and hold at bottom. Sway right, sway left, and let the breath in and arms down. I hope that was a nice bit of movement to break up your day. And I would love to see you at the next one, whether that's in person or on here again. Thanks so much for coming out.